Hey guys, next up is Mirana. Definitely one of my favorite heroes since Dota 1 days. Played a whole lot of this hero along with Pudge. Always like comboing her whatever I would play with somebody else. We would just go Pudge Mirana, do some memes with arrows, with hook. Great ult, great escape skill, nice AoE spell. Just a very like a nice rounded hero. Especially with ult like this can really help with winning the game, right? If cast properly. So start with the build. Support Mirana, of course, this time. Boots, you can make whatever you want out of boots. It's does not matter that much. You won't have many problem with mana anyways. You can get arcane boots if you want, but it's not that big of a deal. It can be tranquil boots. You can harass more easily on the lane, help your offlaner. But yeah, whatever you want to do with boots is completely fine. Some One item that I like to get is Spirit Vessel. It's kind of feels really well with the leap. You can quickly get to somebody given the heal. Maybe they just out of all of their cooldowns. You can heal them, and then you can leap away and continue chasing the target, whoever it is. Also works like in an aggressive way. If you're chasing somebody, leap helps a bunch. It helps you a bunch of times to just be able to cast Spirit Vessel on anybody that you can catch up with this skill, right? So it's kind of really easy to utilize and see the value of Spirit Vessel. Of course, you would start with Earn. Then, if you decide to rush this, if you decide to leave it on the Earn, it's whatever. You can decide. But yeah, one really useful item. After that, if you want to make Force Staff help your team even more, that's completely fine. It can also help you. If you run out of leaps, that might happen a lot actually. You just run out of leap charges. You kind of stuck. Force Staff can be a great way to just give you like extra fourth leap, right? You can also help your allies, but yeah, also you can decide on that one. It can work like that. It can work like if you want to chase somebody further. Now, some other items like Yule Scepter of Divinity. This stuff can be like a great. I always like getting this whenever there's Legion Commander, right, with a nasty ult. When there's Pudge with his ult, you can work on Troll Warlord, where he locks into somebody and keeps them in that infinite bash to also destroy his ult, reduce the timer a whole lot. Any channeling spell, maybe there's Witch Doctor that just ulted, maybe there's Crystal Maiden that ulted. It deals with all of those pretty well. So this is always a nice item to get. Or maybe just somebody like Faceless Void or Ursa. Maybe just jump on somebody, you can easily delay them with this, right? If not, completely save the guy's life. So think about that one. It also works in a way kind of like with Lena's stun spell. So you can use this on somebody, move away, and then just when they're about to land, you can hit them with the arrow, right? So they're supposed to land there, you just throw the arrow. Once they land, they get hit by the arrow. And same way with like Lena's stun and Void Spirit, whatever the spell is called, the illusion that pulls you back. So another great item to use, all of those uses. One of the best items for Mirana. I almost always get this anyways. It also, let's say there's Silencer. If Silencer casts Last Word, I believe is the third one, and the first one is the one, the AoE. If you cast Yule on yourself, you just completely remove those debuffs, so that's great. Any incoming stun, maybe there's, let's say, Venge, or Chaos Knight, Red King, they all have those flying stuns. If you see those flying towards you, you can just evade them with this and then leap away. Push yourself away with Force Staff as well. So a lot of benefit from getting this for health, healing yourself, for allies, or aggressively using this and this. You can see how well they already work so well combined, right? You just round the hero so nicely, like with all the skills combined, right? Kind of after those, it's you can just get something like Scepter. Scepter basically releases Starfall across the whole way where the arrow flies. So if arrow flies like this, if there's heroes around, enemy heroes, they're gonna get hit, mobs, anybody. The only problem is the arrow has to travel far enough to get the most benefit. It can be kind of tricky to get value out of this consistently, but it's another like completely fine item to get. I kind of tend to just when I play Mirana, I just kind of tend to dive into full active utility disables and stuff and whatnot, right? So I would kind of not make this almost at all. I would just go into something like Rod even further, spin somebody to the ground, launch the arrow, or maybe I just launch the arrow, see the arrow flying, they kind of want to evade it, I pin them to the ground, arrow hits them. It's also a nice combo. It also interrupts any channel spell as well, right? So another very big cast range interrupt in any way that you want to use it. So I just get that. It's pretty much you can just go endless with these, and it's so nice with Mirana. I even just go for Hex, right? My build with Mirana would look something like this if I had the money. I would just go full utility disable on the hero, just sleep around, disable everybody, save people, do like damage with it. I would just like play it like this. No matter the pick, I would just go like this and be completely try to just get like every possible disable that I can, right? It's very specific for this hero that I just like doing that. There's also Aeon Disc. You can imagine, right? Aeon Disc with the Force Staff, with the Leap, extremely hard to kill hero, right? You can either run away with this, if they catch you, you're gonna get a Dispel, then leap away. If leaps are out of charges, push yourself away with Force Staff. Another amazing item. Not really needed. I feel like there's a lot of escape mechanism anyways. You got ult, you got leap, you got arrow, Force Staff for this. I kind of feel it's too much into like your self-protection. Better to just make something for the team instead. So Lotus Orb is also an option. You can make it early, you can make it later on. Great with targeted spells if there's Ogre Magi, Lion, Shadow Shaman, even somebody like Venge or Red King. Like any heroes that just wanna nuke with a lot of targeted spells, Lotus Orb always gets great value for those. You can also just like leap fast if there's your like offlaner about to get disabled into Oblivion, somebody without blacking. You just leap quickly next to him, you give him the Lotus Orb. If they wanna hit him, they wanna get hit back, so launch the arrow. So you can kind of see the whole team of Mirana, right? Like being able to really just jump around and do all of the fun stuff with all of the utility and disables. And that's pretty much it. Moonlight Shadow can be used in like a couple of ways. You can just press this before any fight, and it's kind of like smoke of the seed, right? They can actually no. I mean, with this all they can see you, right? It's not that like same, but you can just cast this, move around the map, all 5 of you will be invisible. You can gank, you can escape with this. It's a crazy spell. Really like it. The cooldown is not that bad either. It could be much worse, but great spell. Also gives movement speed. So yeah, gets especially great with a talent. Like this is I'll talk about this, but yeah, gets even better. So that's pretty much how you play Mirana. You can get 1 level in arrow, just leave it there. Buff up the Starstorm so you can get kills with your offlane. I say 1 level in arrow because it's not always safe to hit. It doesn't fly that fast, right? It's kind of slowish. They can see it flying, and also the problem is the arrow works best when it traveled far. So the target that's here, so like here it's not gonna get that much value, where the target is here they're gonna get stunned by a much longer duration. So I just gotta keep it 1 level above this. one level into leap, and then I just go like simultaneously like arrow leap, whatever it's, but I just max this, right? So that's with the spells and the items. Talent tree now. Talent tree, sacred arrow cooldown. You do not need leap distance. It's like enough. There's enough, more than enough things for you. Sacred arrow cooldown. Second one that I talk about, Moonlight Shadow gives 20% evasion, right? So fight starts, you're not even in the fight, this is global range, you just cast this. 4 of the heroes in your team, let's say if you're not in a fight, 4 heroes of your team, including yourself, all of you get like a smaller butterfly effect, right? It's just like a smaller butterfly effect. They can just fight, and it's especially bad if the enemy team is mostly right clickers, right? Or like physical damage. So it's a great way. Always remember, just people keep forgetting about this and the talent. They just kind of cast this when people try to run away, or when they try to gank. This is completely fine to use when the fight is actually going on. You want to use this and buff everybody with evasion, right? Just always keep your eye on this. And do not take this. This is very selfish. It doesn't do anything. The core Mirana in itself is not that amazing anyways. Even if you play core Mirana, it's still better to take this, no matter what. Third one, I would say Moonlight Shadow cooldown. Again, mana break. You're playing support. You're not building attack speed. Mana break, even with like the core that people like to play core build, still not that great. Moonlight Shadow, just 5 heroes, evasion, becomes 80 seconds, right? Why would you miss on that? Hey, who cares about mana break anyways? So that one combined with this one, you can see like the value going up already a lot. Last one I would say you can choose really. If the type of the game and fights are like that, where you can just freely leap, kinda just leap into the enemy team and get a fast Starstorm off before they pop any Black Kings or any other stuff, get away with these and whatnot, you can just get this really. Arrows, multi-shot sacred arrows is pretty much her firing 3 arrows. That can also be great, but again, arrows work the best when it's a long distance, and if you're close, you can hit them, you can do some damage if the arrows hit, but it's not that big of a value. Hitting all 5 heroes, if you can get like let's say 5 heroes compared to 3, if they hit, seems like a much bigger value, you know. Especially you're gonna be chasing kind of like 1 to 2 heroes at a time. So if 1 hero is running away, or 2 heroes, if they run away, they kind of expect the arrows and they're gonna wiggle around there. You're probably gonna miss even with 3 arrows anyways. If it's 5 arrows, maybe I'd say yeah, but with 3 arrows you're still gonna miss. It does like a very wide arc actually. It doesn't go something like this. They go more like this, right? But I should just level it. So right, it's not, they quickly separate a lot. It's not something that goes like a close cone, like with Draw Ranger, where it's much more condensed. So it's really easy to miss this. They get spread more and more, and like the value is much bigger when they actually travel a lot. And if they travel a lot, they separate. So it kind of depends, I would say. Might be better than this. This might be better than this again. It kind of depends. But Starstorm kind of just seems like more consistent value, right? Why not just buff your AoE a bit? And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Rod of Aethas, if you're... I mean, of course, there's another way. But if you're upgrading this, it's going to be Gleipnir. But that would mean you will have to waste money on Maelstrom. Getting Maestro or Mirana, especially as the support, is not that amazing at all. It's a waste of money. So if you want to get this to Gleipnir, get some items first. Whatever it is, even mechanism is fine, right? You can just have mechanism. Speaking truth, if you feel like you have the money and you feel like your team could use some AoE heals and there's nobody really helping them and you kind of need that extra push, keep mechanism in mind. Mechanism can also work, right? But I mean, yeah, it has to be something that I would make. I would be playing something like this. I just like to stack everything on Mirana, like in terms of disables, and just leap around and just, you know, mess with people. And yeah, that's it. Let's have more time, and let's ask you guys on the next one.